Hello, you guys. Welcome to the Spiritual Tarotist. So this week we have for our tarot flip through. I can't speak. For our tarot flip through, we have Tarot of Dragons, which was this was like a very exciting deck for me to get. And it took a really long time to like actually buy it. I kept getting pulled like in different directions. I had this in my Amazon cart for like a few months, and I kept buying other decks instead of this deck. I kept getting pulled to buy other decks. So before I get into this video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel if you like deck walkthroughs. I do buy a lot of tarot decks. And I try to do a flip through on all the decks. I've recently, or in the past month, decided, because I was doing flip throughs like right when I bought the deck, before I used the deck. And I decided I kind of don't like that method because I can't really give you a true opinion about the deck if I've never actually used the deck. So I feel like I can get better, like, commentary on the deck if I've actually used the deck. So I wanted to talk about the Tarot of the Dragon, because I think this is just called Tarot of Dragons. And I broke the box, so this fell out. This is actually a new deck. This is a new purchase within the last few weeks. But the box fell off of my shelf, my bookshelf, and it broke. So I ended up throwing it away. And the guidebook says Wisdom from the Dragon Realms, but I'm pretty sure this deck is just called Tarot of Dragons. It's got a beautiful guidebook. And the box was like a magnetic closure. Very nice and sturdy box. It only broke because I dropped it and it fell. It does have some spreads. Well, it talks about the Celtic cross. Yeah, it has a few, talks about working with the dragons. I haven't actually, like, this is like an actual, like, book. There's a dragon spread in here. Spirit Dragon. This card represents a synthesis of the cards that came before. That's interesting. I might have to try those different spreads. What's this one? I'm just seeing this for the first time. This is a really nice guidebook. I should read it a little bit more because there's actually a lot of, I think there's a lot of information in it about dragons. If you really don't know anything about dragon lore or whatever, it's fully illustrated, beautiful book. The only thing I think I want to say that this doesn't have upright and reversals. I do read reversals, so I appreciate when a book has upright meanings and reversals to them. Let me see. Let me just make sure I'm telling the truth. So, you know what I like about this guidebook? Yeah, I don't think there are like any specific reversals in here. But what I like about this guidebook, it is very individual to the writer's like voice. It's like one of those things where if you're doing a reading and you feel called to read the book, there may be something in the description of that card that you really need to read. Because because he has a unique perspective. You know, he's coming from a dragon perspective. A person who obviously really loves dragons and has a connection to dragons and stuff like that. So that kind of perspective is something I love getting from. It's part of the reason why I like different tarot decks. So actually this would be like, I feel like this would be a worthwhile guidebook to read from cover to cover. And I see some like runes in here. I'm trying to learn. I mean, this is the High Priestess, but like this is also a rune. I kind of learning runes right now, so that really interests me. So I have the deck in this cute little bag right now because the box is gone. So every bag I have a little amethyst stone in it. Wait, let me see. I have a little, I call them little jelly beans. I have a little jelly bean amethyst in here. So eventually I'm probably gonna like get rid of all my boxes. I think right now, I don't know. I kind of enjoy the boxes right now, but I probably will get rid of them and just like keep them all in these tuck bags. The problem is that, okay, so I bought these tuck bags offline. So they're not like individual enough. I need to do something like, I need to maybe put a tag on these bags. Like create a tag to put on these bags or something that tells me what deck it is. Because it's very, it's very unorganized. These bags are not specific enough to the deck. I feel like every deck should include a bag. It's my personal feeling. Like, why not create your own bag for your own deck as a creator, so that when the person doesn't have the box anymore, they can keep it in a bag that you created that's specific to that deck. Just my 2 cents. I'll probably create a deck one day and I'll definitely put a bag with the deck. Because why wouldn't you? I don't understand it. Like, I feel like some of these companies spend a lot of, they invest a lot making these like really intricate boxes. And I kind of feel like, I almost feel like they would be better off just putting it in a nice, secure tuck box, right? Like, I really appreciate those smaller tuck boxes. And if it came with a bag, that would be perfect. You know, get rid of the box. It's not that expensive. It's gonna rip or whatever anyway, and keep it in your bag. Like, to me, that's way more worth it than having like one of these like really expensive boxes. So anyway, that is my 2 cents. And yeah, that's how I feel. Okay, these cards are slipping all over the place. Maybe this card wants to be known. What are you? Oh, King of Pentacles, of course. It's in order. Okay, the Sire of Pentacles. This deck kind of changes the names a little bit. So here are the backs, beautiful backs. I love this blue. I love those blue backs. Reversible. And we're going to go through it this way. So I had to put this back. It is a pain to like have to put these back in order for these videos. But I just feel like it's nice to use the deck a little bit before doing a review on it. It's only fair. It's only fair before you review someone's creation that you actually kind of like use their creation, so that you really know what you're talking about, right? So, okay, so this is a full card, beautiful card. I love the illustration. I love the color. This deck, something about the color, it blends together a lot. Like when you put the cards down in a spread, like here's the shaman. Like when you see how they kind of like bleed together, because it's borderless, which I like borderless decks. So I'm trying to figure out what it is about the deck. This is definitely a deck that I would have to use with like a traditional Rider-Waite again to like kind of mute all of the color in the deck. I think if these, see, this is kind of like my biggest problem. This border down here, like the title, it doesn't stand out enough. And I have a problem with my eyes. I'm having a problem with my eyes recently. But these colors, this is like this gold with, it would be better if this was like more of a cream color to offset the black, because I really have a hard time seeing. And then I also think that it would be enough of a breakup between cards to not make them blend together so much. Because even like I do in the spread I do the Onyx spread, so I go like down, you know, and around like that. And like, you know, between this and this, like I think that if this border was lighter, it would be enough to kind of break up the monotony of the cards. It's my 2 cents. It's my personal feeling. Probably the biggest issue I have with this deck. This is a beautiful deck. I love this deck. I love dragons. I love this deck. But yeah, I kind of like these titles right here. That's like my biggest thing. I'm always like squinting really hard. And again, like my eyes aren't great right now. So I know probably everybody won't be squinting like that, but I just think if you played with the color here and had more contrast. First of all, there's not enough contrast just with the card itself, which is making it feel very monotonous. You know, it's all those like super earthy tones that are very beautiful, but we need to break it up somehow. And I kind of like that it's borderless. So I'm just thinking of different ways, like maybe, I don't know. I don't have any, I don't have any ideas. Maybe if there was a tiny border around the side, I don't know. I would play with that. If it was me, I would play with that a little bit to have like a tiny, lighter colored border so that each card stands out more when you lay it down. Because this is bleeding together too much. And it would be cool if the cards if there was some way you could make the cards panoramic. That would be a really cool effect. That would be really hard to do, to make every single card. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever done that. I'm sure you could probably do that in some kind of way. But that would be a lot to make all the cards, like no matter how you lay the cards down, like they make some kind of panoramic picture. That would be like intense. So if anybody's ever able to accomplish that, that's a deck I'm buying because that's really cool. Okay, moving on. So we have the High Priestess, which is card number 2. I love these cards. I love the graphics. The Empress. I don't know, something about the colors that they're beautiful and vibrant, and also it's too much of something. I think if you played with this title, it would fix the problem I'm having. I think this is the only problem I have with this deck though. The Hierophant. I love the Guidebook. Love, love, love the Guidebook. If I was like a serious dragon enthusiast, I would be all over that Guidebook. I bought this deck. I do like dragons, but I bought this deck especially because my neighbor wouldn't let me read his tarot unless I bought the dragon. He wanted me to read him with the dragon tarot. So Yeah. This is cute, the lovers. You know what's interesting about this is that, like, they're lovers, but the one is on land and one is in the water. So it's like really reminiscent of like lovers that can't really be together. It's like one of them lives in the water and one of them lives on land. And so they meet up. It reminds me of a relationship where like you meet up, but you really can't be together for whatever reason. I mean, the reason that screams at me is like maybe it's I'm not advocating third party situations, but somehow what's screaming to me about these dragons is that like they love each other and they're meeting up, but it's like they don't belong in each other's world. So they can't really be together. So take that for what for whatever it means to you. Here's the Chariot. He's riding 2 dragons. And I love how it's like in the background. It's interesting because in the background, I get a lot of space vibes from this. I don't know. Do you get future vibes or do you get past vibes from this deck? I'm getting future vibes for some reason. But it's got to be past vibes, though. This is past vibes. The Strength card. We have the Hermit. Look, he's holding a crystal ball. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Fortune's Wheel. There was this girl that used to do tarot readings for me like almost 15 years ago now. She had this, I would love to buy this deck if I could figure out which deck it was, but I can't. It was a deck, it feels like it was a Celtic deck, but there was a card that kept coming out that was like 2 dragons chasing each other, and that had to be the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I knew nothing about tarot back then, but that card kept coming out for me. And I just remember like a red dragon and a blue dragon, and they were chasing each other. The Hanged Dragon. I wish I could find that tarot deck. If it's an older tarot deck because it was 15 years ago. I know this is like a super long shot. But if anybody listening to this video knows about an older deck that would have been made at least 15 years ago, that's kind of like, I kind of remember it gave me like, as I'm thinking back on it, it gave me Celtic vibes. And it had a card with dragons. It had to be the Wheel of Fortune card. The way they were going around in a circle, it had to be the Wheel of Fortune card. But that card kept coming up because I used to ask her, here's the Death card. I used to ask her to read my tarot like over and over and over again, asking her the same question. And the Temperance, the same card kept coming up. It was the card with the 2 dragons chasing each other. It was like a red and blue dragon, I think. So if that rings a bell for anybody listening to this, that would be awesome. Because I want to buy that deck. I really do. There's something about that deck because I guess because it was like it was kind of like my first exposure to tarot. Like, I don't know where that girl is anymore. I don't know what deck she was using, and I really kind of want to get a copy of that deck. The Devil. He looks hot. The Tower. He's squeezing the life out of that tower. Which is interesting because, you know what? I feel like that's how life feels sometimes. Like, I feel like life feels like this more often than it feels like the traditional tower. Like, I can relate to the traditional tower. But I feel like more often than not, life is like a slow, suffocating kind of a situation. It's like a snake just wrapping up around you and sucking the life, squeezing the life out of you. Okay, we have the Star card. I love this card. I love how it's almost like he's melting. He's melting. All the pain is like melting away. And that's what like healing like literally feels that way. When you're in the healing process, it's like there's just a melting away of all of your like pain and suffering, layer by layer by layer. So I like this imagery because I can really relate to it. There's some kind of like red bird in the background. Is that a pelican? I don't know what kind of bird that is. That's interesting though. Okay, we have the moon. It's like a dragon in the moon. I'm gonna set these aside. So we don't get too crazy here. We have the sun. Two little baby dragons, that's cute. We have Judgment. It looks like he's bursting through the concrete or bursting through the ground, like a really dry ground. Like, I wonder if he's hatching. I wonder if his egg was like, I don't know. That's like a weird imagery. The universe. I love that in the dragon's eye. But see, like with this card, they could have really chosen to go lighter around the edges. Because honestly, too, like there's a lot of red. Like there's a red dragon. Like what if they did like a silver dragon or something like that? I don't know. Because I feel like the universe, too, just feels like higher vibrational than like when I see all this red, I think root chakra. And like, you know, dragons are like 12th dimension. You know, I don't know. I think they could have used like a different color dragon so that it just is like brighter. So the whole picture is brighter. So there's just some issues I have with the color palette choice. The Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands, spitting fire everywhere. There's definitely conflict and chaos. Six of Wands. He's like carrying, oh, that's a guy. He's like killing, he's like, look what I have. Like a cat bringing home a dead mouse or something. Hey, look what I got. We have Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. And Sire of Wands. I do like that there's a bit of a difference between the color palette of the suits for the most part. Because the cup suit is a little bit bluer. We have the Ace of Cups. I think the biggest thing is this title down here. I'm not sure if I like, because even when it comes to, like, even if you're not talking about being able to read the words, like, even if you're reading the words just fine, I just think that there's not enough of a contrast, you know, between this gold hue and the color palette. But I love the cardstock. You know, I think that is holding up well. It shuffles well. Four of Cups. And like I said, I love the illustrations. I love Guidebook. I think it's those titles that are like the only thing that bother me about this. Okay, we have Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Oh, it's like her heart has been slashed. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Was there a dragon right here trying to steal a sword? Or steal his bone? I think he's trying to steal his bone. You see that? Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. And you see his dreams and the shadows on the wall. Ten of Swords. Page of Swords. I like the butterfly in this one. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Oopsie. I'm throwing cards around. Sire of Swords. Okay, and then we have Ace of Pentacles. That green smoke just feel like, every time I see green smoke, I think it's stinky. If I saw this in a reading, I would think, so whatever is being manifested into your reality is like, it may be something that is not what you want. Like you're getting things manifested, but it's just not the things that you want. You know? It's like you're finding men, but they're kind of stinky. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Let me check my timer. Six of Pentacles. Sometimes my recordings get cut off. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. I see a peacock in this one. I like the birds that are kind of peppered in through it. And there was like a butterfly in one. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we have Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And Sire of Pentacles. And that is it for the Tarot of Dragons. Like I said, this deck shuffles really well. Watch me spit the cards out everywhere since I said that. Oh. It does shuffle really well. It overhand shuffles well too. This is usually how I shuffle it to do a reading. Beautiful backs. It's a beautiful deck. It would be nice if it came with a little bag, and it would be nice if these little tiles had more contrast, gave more contrast to the cards. But other than that, I love this deck. This is a great deck. Okay, so that is it for the Tarot of Dragons. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I hope this, if you have this deck, please let me know how you feel about this deck. If you are interested in purchasing this deck, I hope this helped you to decide whether or not you would like this deck. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. All right, you guys, this is it. I will see you next week. Bye.